Hi, Jael. How have you been?
Hi, Fair. Good to see you. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Hey, I heard you're in the process of developing something innovative, right?
Yes, I'm so excited to introduce you to the world. Actually, next month when it's finished, I'm going to this convention in Dubai.
That's so cool. Tell me more about your invention. What is it? How did you come up with it?
Well, when I was in high school, one of our teachers told us the final project has to be an invention that makes your lives easier and something that has never been seen before. By the time that that she assigned that project, I had just seen a video about a young boy that had developed soluble capsules that contained shampoo so that we could get rid of plastic bottles. I tend to make a big deal about taking care of the planet, and just picture that if plastic bottles hadn't been created, the earth would have been a better place. I thought that it was such a significant innovation and I was so impressed by his creation that I knew that I wanted to do something similar. The thing is that I'm not a very imaginative person, but after a few days of rethinking about the matter, I found myself at my house taking care of my cousin, and he loves to brush his teeth, but he always serves himself a huge amount of toothpaste, and he gets on my nerves because not only he wastes it, but he makes a complete mess in the sink. And at that moment, I thought, wouldn't it be great if we had like a product that gave us the exact amount of toothpaste that we needed so that nothing could be wasted and kids wouldn't make a mess with it? And that's how I came up with toothpaste pills. It was such an unconventional idea that my teacher talked to me about this convention because she thought that it might be a successful project. And now I'm leaving for India in a month. Can you believe it? I'm actually a little bit like anxious about it. What if no one likes it?
Oh my God, I have never thought of that. That's such a creative idea, and it is also an effective way of not wasting a lot of toothpaste. I'm sure everyone will love it. I actually already want one for my little sister because she also makes a mess in the sink. She doesn't know how much toothpaste she needs.
Yeah, right. When I come back, I'll definitely make some toothpaste bills for you and your little sister.
Yeah, thank you. That's so kind of you.
Of course, anytime. I'll let you know how the convention goes. I really hope the judges won't disagree with my teacher. I'm also getting kind of worried because people from all over the world are going to be there, and I'm pretty nervous about it. I don't even know how to speak Arabic. What if I have an emergency and no one speaks English?
Don't worry, everything's going to work out. Just try not to get into trouble. And if you do, and like you found yourself surrounded by Arabians, you can always pull out your phone and use the translator. And if you don't want to make a fool of yourself, just play the translation so that you won't mispronounce any word. Arabic is hard to read, you know. We don't want them to misunderstand you.
My goodness, you are so right. The translator is such a convenient invention that it will definitely get me through my trip. If you hadn't mentioned it, I would have made a lot of mistakes. Hey, now that I think about it, your first language is Spanish, right? How was it when you spoke English with a native speaker for the first time?
Um, yeah, the first time I ever talked to a native speaker was when I moved to Dallas during my middle school years. I was pretty nervous about it because I had just recently learned English and I wasn't really sure if my English was good enough in order for me to be able to communicate. Obviously, I had done it before with my English classmates and teachers, but never with a native speaker. So it was my first day of school in the US, and I didn't know anybody until out of nowhere, a girl came up to me and asked me my name. I realized at that moment that she was American by her appearance because she was blonde and she had blue eyes. So that got me really anxious because as I said, at that moment, I have never talked to an American before. But then suddenly the words just slipped out of my mouth before I could realize, and I said, "Hi, I'm Fernanda." And she then smiled at me and told me, "Nice to meet you, Fernanda. I'm Ashley." And I remember she also asked me if I was new in school, to which I said yes, and told her that I didn't know anyone. She then said that it was okay to be nervous on my first day of school in a new school and that I could hang out with her and get to know each other more. I was so happy about the situation because, first of all, I handled my first experience of talking with an English native speaker pretty well. And second, I already had a new friend.
Wow, that's a really great story. It's so impressive how much you were able to improve your English by living in the States, you know?
Yeah, it was very difficult at first, but now I see the benefits. And well, it's always nice talking to you, but I gotta run. I have to study.
Yeah, me too. Good luck on your test.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.